rocket like rocket fuel.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon'
The scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's Foles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
You better be afraid of me. Check. 49, check 49, check 49. Pilot, 64, weak. Mike's 47. Wait. Mike's 47. Get in the way. We're ready to go.
Now it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Tight yard. Keeper.
Here's the 5th-round rookie from Temple. It's Raquel Armstead. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Kill. Switch it. Come on. Silent.
On 1st down, it's Blue. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm trying to collect. No. Easy. 42. You draw Corker. Pick up the
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 37 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Running it with Armstead. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check. Wait. 50. Mike 50. Yo. Let him go.
Here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Ryan, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike's 42. Check back.
Foles on the handoff, going to give it to Blue. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd down, it's Armstead, and an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? He's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Foles. That's complete right around the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
180.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion, motion. Shit.
Let's go. Great.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Got you, boy.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raquel Armstead with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
He's going to fire one deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Wait! Mike, 39.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch twist.
Ready, set.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, South.
44's to Mike. 44's to Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got motion there. Me. I got this.
13.
A give running right is Armstead. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
Check 59. Here it comes. Check 59, Mike.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54, South.
Don't be scared of it.
21.
Watch out.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw again is Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Matt Bosher now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Let's go.
This is the running back, Blue. And some space here. The 20. 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Foles. His pass caught with the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Well, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And nothing doing here, as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's easy working.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. This is brought in by Hardy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
General West.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start the drive with a give to Blue. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
We ready? I got you. Double time, double time. 4 down, 4 down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw right side of the tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 11. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
6-6, pull it high.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Silence, up,
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He hits Blue. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Cadence.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, 25.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
22. He's coming. We got double up.
They run. Devontae Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
58.
Play action. It's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Here's 64. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Get ready. Shoot. What we got?
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now Foles. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 4th-quarter comeback for the QB. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Check, crunch, 21. Crunch. Check,
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, grip lane.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Back. Check. Space. Switch.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready. 525. 51. Sub. SOS. Ready to go.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Let him know. Wait! Bravo! You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They're not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Now Armstead. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laquell Armstead, 73 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out, coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wind up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Tuesday. Check the hot read. Check. Alert 3.
Freeman again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check tight. Jim. 39.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he won't get there.
They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing now is Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Check 13. Check 13.
36.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Ready. 25. 21.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Here we go. 180.
42, check, Mike 42. You're not ready.
Here we go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Jaguars, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.